Hello, it's Find Your Fridays time. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So let's just get busy and put some of these, share it out. Let's share this out there. All right, so, oh goodness. Here we go. Hope you have all had an amazing couple of weeks since I saw you last. If you didn't tune in for the Tasty Tuesdays this week, that was pretty yummy. It was a really great chat with Naomi Reardon, who's just been on a 10-day silent retreat. So that was really cool. If you've never done a silent retreat or never played or even thought about it or know anything about it, hop on to this week's Tasty Tuesdays with Naomi, because it was an absolutely incredible chat, and I knew before she went that she was going, and I was so excited to be able to chat to her about it. So just getting to and popping some of those shares out there so we can have even more delicious souls coming along to play. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Melinda. How are you going, sweet peas? I'm happy. I've had a shower, had some food. I had a interesting day today on the old renovation job I'm doing at the moment. Hi, Lisa. I'm glad you're doing well, Chloe. How are you going, Lisa? So yes, this might be something you may or may not know. This is something I knew about a long time ago, because back in the old days, I used to actually work for a building supplies company, and that building supplies company, I actually got trained up to do paint tinting. So that was really cool. And I love doing paint tinting, actually. And they, every few years or so, they will go and just change paint names. And sometimes they'll just completely get rid of recipes and stuff. So if you try to find your paint color, and it's been like 10 or 15 years or more since you did it, you're probably not going to find it. So you're just going to have to go and pick up a bunch of paint chits and try them out against your walls and see which ones are the closest match. They can do color matching at some places, but even for that, you've got to have a sample of the old paint to be able to take it with you. And if all the old paint is stuck to the wall, what are you going to do, right? So Chloe, so if you would like to pop in a little donation, I can certainly give you a really full answer to whatever your question might be. But if it's about paint, go ahead. So these beautiful people who own this home, they went down to good old Bunnings, and and they went to try and get the paint color from 15 years ago. Couldn't get it. So they did the best. that they could, but the lighting at Bunnings where the paint chits were was not great, because the color when it was standing upright was a lot darker than it was when it was flat. And then it was like, which way do we go here? So they brought it home. They'd got it tinted. They brought it home, and I went to use it today, and it was way too light. It almost looks like white against the old paint. And I'm like, oh boy, Houston, we have a problem. So off I toddled down to Bunnings to try and find something that I could work with. And that took a little while, because of course we had the old paint and we're changing up the recipe to something new, for a completely different shade of, light color. But it actually works out better, because even though the current shade is kind of more of a beige, and the color I've ended up getting is a little bit more yellow in tint, it actually matches their window frames a lot more, because their window frames are a lot more yellow, like creamy yellow than creamy brown. So yay. Oh, donate nod. Oh dear. So that was a bit of a fun moment today on the old house of renovations. It's like, it is very difficult. So yeah, if you ever have to repaint, make sure that, like, if you're painting now, make sure you get a copy of the recipe. Over at Bunnings here, in Australia, they actually print out a label and stick it to the can or the container. So just don't put any paint over it. Just be really mindful of where it is. And then in years to come, if you ever require some more of that particular paint, then you can get that. So, okay. So how's everybody been traveling with all of the energies and stuff over the last 2 weeks? Let me know how you're going. Hi, Angelita. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Okay. So let me just check everything here. See if I can do this via my phone rather than... No, that's not what I wish to do. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to load it up here. I can hear that there's been beautiful donations coming through, but it's not showing me everybody. And I know that Melinda has already popped through. She's first off the ball today. She already had her on my wait list before we even got started today, which is really cool, and I really, really appreciate that. Right. Alrighty. Interesting. Mel, you did put through some donations earlier today, didn't you? I'm confused. Yeah, the solar flares. I just saw somebody say something about the solar flares. Okie dokie. Oh, yes. So I must pop it over here, hadn't I? The old payment link. There we go. I knew there was something I had forgotten. That is so weird, Mel. Seriously, earlier today, I got notifications that you had put through a payment for you and a payment for someone else. So weird. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, this world, seriously, it's a crazy cracker of a time. So let me just make sure that that is pinned. Sorry about that, my beautiful one.
Cracker of a time.
I had put it there. So let me just wait for that to. Here we go. Pin. Yeah, so weird. I don't know. That is just so strange. Maybe I jumped into another alternate timeline for a moment. Entirely possible right now. It's like I almost feel like I have to go. Did I actually hear you say that? I'll just swing back around in about half an hour or so and just double check that what you actually said was relevant in this particular timeline. Oh dear. All right, well, let's get busy. We've got Melinda. Oh, okay. They've obviously done some updates. Yeah, it looks the same from my end, so it must be Facebook's end that's doing weird things tonight. I don't know. All right, see, let's do the general reading. We've got a lovely full moon coming up in this next week for the first week of April, so that's pretty cool. And not sure what else is coming up as far as solar flares and all those sorts of finangly things. Which card deck do you wish to use today? Come on. Thank you. So let's see if I can do two things at once. All right. So for the full moon, which is happening Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you know how that sort of rock and rolls. Around that sort of time, we are. It says here in my lovely full moon, in my Moonology book, that we are to evaluate our results and celebrate our achievements on the full moon. Our action is to accept congratulations, show gratitude for your accomplishments, and take time to enjoy the moment. Let go of thoughts and ideas not aligned with your goals. Take a breath. Celebrate and consider what may still require work. And our affirmation for the full moon is, I am successful even when I fail. How fun is that? So that's something just to keep in mind while we're working with these cards today for this this week-long reading for the collective. So as always, we ask, how can we best work with the energies over the next 7 days from the 1st to the 7th of April 2023. Ooh, got a jumper today. That's pretty cool. And then we'll hop straight into our readings. We've got some interesting stuff coming up, that's for sure. Yep, one more. Okay, where are you? Okay. So for those of you out there who are able to do mediumship and are doing mediumship, or maybe you've just started to really stretch into that area and that talent, they're saying that you have a natural ability connected with departed loved ones. So whoever this is related to, hi Julie, whoever this is related to or with you all, this is sort of saying to me, like, you have a connection with your departed loved ones, which could be in your spirit team actually. So over this next 7 days, take a few moments to connect with your spirit team. I don't think this deck really talks about spirit team, so this might be the best card for that. So when you're connecting with your spirit teams, essentially you are doing mediumship. Okay, so if you're like me and you're going, oh no, I don't do mediumship, but you do connect with your spirit team, you are essentially doing mediumship, right? Because you're connecting with the spirits of beings other than yourself. Now, whether they are previously in human form or are currently in angel form, or, you know, the ascended master form or whatever, it actually doesn't matter. It's still a being other than yourself that is beautifully connected to the collective. So this is relevant to everybody. So when you look at this particular card for the next 7 days, be aware that your spirit team is going to be tapping in with you with a lot more. So if you're finding that you're getting a lot of third eye kind of ache happening, and you might have itchy skin in some areas, like I quite often get itchy on the top of my head if my spirit team's around, which is, you know, if my spirit team's around and I'm not listening, they get itchy, my head gets itchy. Or if I'm tuning in on other people's spirit teams and stuff, that's when my head gets itchy too. So, oh gosh, it's a bit of energy on that one. So just be aware of your spirit teams, tap in with them, give them a chance to speak with you. Because and if you can do that at times that feels good for you to do that, whether it be, say, at the start of the day or before you pop off to bed, you know, you can put in requests for them. You can say, hey, could you help me succeed in whatever it is that you're working on at the moment? That would be a really good way to connect in with your spirit team. The next one that we have is the Archangel Michael, who says we're working very closely with this powerful, but actually, no, it is a we. You guys are cheeky. Working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. So the reason why I've changed what I said and then went back is because your spirit team currently has Archangel Michael working with them. Okay, so whatever you're going through, whatever you're working on, whatever you're growing, shifting and changing and expanding into, that is what is relevant right now. And they are working with Archangel Michaels to help you feel safe. Okay, because when we start stretching out into new areas, sometimes our little ego goes, no, not yet. This is unknown territory. Don't feel safe. Please don't go here. So Archangel Michael comes around you to help soothe your ego and just make you go, oh, okay, I'm all right now. I'm all right. I can do this. And gives you that little sort of confidence boost. And it's kind of like you get it out of nowhere as such. But it's absolutely there. It's a part of your spirit team coming around supporting you through all of these things, that shiftings and changings that you've got going on right now. Okay, so those first two are actually very, very beautifully connected. And funnily enough, so is the next one. Workshops and seminars. So attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So you might be finding yourself stretching out and going into new pathways in your learning, whether that be picking up a book and really diving into it, whether it be starting a new course, whether it be beginning a podcast, whether it be sharing the knowledge that you already have with others. There is some interesting possibilities that popped up for me today, actually, around that sort of stuff, that I was like, hell yeah, count me in. Definitely. I can't talk about it as such because it's still very, very much in the planning stages, but I was just like, wow, that's really cool. Thank you for the opportunity. So this is something that this may show up in multiple different ways for you. It may be that at work you're given an opportunity to do training with new people, or it can just show up in so many different ways. All right. So be aware that that energy is going to be popping up for you, that you're going to be asked to share your knowledge, that you are going to have to work on your throat chakra. I think this is something else that's not in this reading, but I'm just hearing at the moment is just your throat chakra is going to require a little bit of nurturing. So maybe have a listen to one of those meditations that's specifically around, like one of those 15-minute meditation thingies around the throat chakra specifically, and just have that being released. You can also ask for your spirit team and Archangel Michael to help free up your throat and your voice. Okay. Talking chakras, we have the solar plexus chakra. So it says it is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So again, this is such a cool reading, actually. So we've got your spirit team going, hey, we're here, we're supporting you, and we require you to talk with us more. So then you've got Archangel Michael coming in saying, yep, I'm here with you too, supporting you and making you feel safe and protected, so that you can share your knowledge, and you'll feel safe if you keep working with your solar plexus chakra as well. So we are all supporting you in this new stage of moving forward. Okay. And if there's anything that is popping up right now that is making you feel like wonky or wobbly about moving forward with new possibilities, and it's like you're right at that precipice of jumping off, and it's kind of like you're there, but you're like, oh, I don't know about going. I don't know. Have a look and see if it's a past life issue. See if that resonates for you. If so, you go, truth, is this a past life issue? And if that's light, it probably is. So then you've got to go through and work through, like book in a session with someone like myself who can actually help you with past life stuff. Okay. So that might just help you move forward on whatever it is that you're working through. Okay. So past life stuff is obviously going to be popping up over this next week as well. So be aware of that. Let's have a look at our yummy cards. Still amazing to me that they still smell so lovely. Okay. And again, we've got tenderness. Okay. So we're going to, by looking at this reading, you're going to require to drop into your feminine a little bit more. It's not going to be all go, go, go. You're going to be, they're asking for you to also have some moments of tenderness and be gentle with yourself. And as it said, even in the moon thing, I am successful even when I fail. So even if you fail at something, even if you're not like spot on or you make a mistake, be tender with yourself. Don't beat yourself up too much. Okay. So that's our reading for the next 7 days. Thank you very much. I'm glad that that resonates, Angelita. Always tag me if you do my read. Okay. Thank you, Jenny. I'll do Melinda's first, so that will be easy peasy. Thank you, cards. So Melinda, let me see. What did you say? What does Spirit need me to look at or focus on, please? All right. So a couple of things just while I'm waiting for Melinda to pop back through and say hello. So I'm not speaking to dead air because I don't like to speak to dead air with her. Not that you guys are dead air. Oh dear, that just totally made me my brain. Oh my Lord, I missed you guys. I missed you guys so much. So my brain is just like wanting to go 15 bajillion different places. So one of the things that happened, obviously for the last 3 months, you guys know that I've been working with Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin and Mary Magdalene have both been very, very close to me over the last 3 to 4 weeks. Mary Magdalene has sort of been in the background for about 2 to 3 years, but she stepped right up close over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And so she keeps giving me buzzes on the ear if I swear, because she doesn't like swearing. Hi, Edwina. Lovely to see you again, sweetie. And so when working with essentially actually both of them, the color of pink was very much in my world, and I was bringing in the color of pink as often as I could. And when it popped, I was like, oh yeah, I'll have that. So I had a bit of a rough night last night, and I was feeling a little bit down in the dumps and stuff, and I ended up buying this new jumper, the sweatshirt. And funnily enough, because I was in the dumps about my body shape and stuff, we all have those. I have those moments from time to time. I don't often have them. I'm just like, I've worked really hard and consistently and pragmatically for the last 5 years on just loving her as she is, whatever shape, size she is. And when we change, when we shift, whatever we do, I just love her through it. But last night I was in the mall over in Harbour Town, and I just had a bit of a wobble because I was not expanded out. That was my first boo-boo. And so as a result, I was a little pebble at the bottom of the river that I've told you about. And I was very aware of everybody's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and especially their trauma and their pain and their hurt around their bodies and how much they hate their bodies, like literally hate their bodies. And so by the time I walked to the other end of Harbour Town, I was not feeling great. I'll say that much, but I really required a new jumper. And so I ended up eventually in Cotton On finding this one. And when I saw it on the rack, it was on the clearance rack, and I saw it, and the sleeve was sticking out. And I don't know, you could see it. It actually says, "Love yourself." And I was just like, I smiled. And I was just like, all right, universe, you got me. You got me good. And I said to, like, if they've got it in an XL, then I will get it. And I had a look at the front of it. And I don't often wear things with words across the front, except for like as daggy renovation shirts or whatever, like ones I don't mind getting grubby. But this one has more love on the front of it. So that again was like another one of those I see you, universe. I see you and your cheekiness. And thank you for having my back. Thank you to my spirit team for having my back, because I was feeling really, really rough by the end of that trip. And I literally put on this jumper as I was, like, after I got out of the shops, and I was walking out on the outside of the building to get back to my car, because I just couldn't stand to be around all those people anymore. It's too much. I'm done. Yeah. So be aware if you do go shopping in like a shopping mall or a shopping center, that if you don't expand out and you're looking at clothing especially, that you may end up, because here's the thing, everybody, our capacities and everything are exploding right now. They're just going right. And with that, so does our awareness. And so if you do not use the, like at the very least, the expanding out tool, you will end up feeling really crappy. And none of it will be yours. All of it will be other people's, but you'll be trying to make it yours and you'll be trying to solve it, but you can't solve it because it's not yours to solve. So if that happens, use the good old tool of return to senders with consciousness attached, which I did do after I put the jumper on. And then I was like, oh, actually, that's a lot lighter now. I felt a lot better. I did still have a big, huge blub in the car while talking to some friends, but that's all good. Sometimes we just got to let the stuff out as well, right? All right, Melinda, that's enough gabbing from me. Let's see. Which cards would you like to play with? Okay, so you got that one. What is Melinda to focus on now, please? Okay. Never used to feel like that about working with the tarot. I do now, though. That, ooh. So yes, our capacities are expanding a lot right now. So that's not just me, that's all of you. So if you are feeling like you have got a lot of third eye through your eyebrows area, through to your temples, you got a lot of those points that are really coming up and sort of being a bit achy at the moment, that's a really good sign that your capacities are shifting and changing. And you can ask for more ease with that, okay? So if right in this very moment, this isn't just for Melinda, this is for everybody. If you've got any of that going on right now, number one, say, hey, spirit team, can we have a little bit more ease with that, please? Thank you. Because here's the thing, your spirit team don't always comprehend how much it can, how intense it can be when we are expanding like that, expanding our capacities. So if you let them know, can we have a bit more ease? They'll go, oh, okay, thanks for telling me. And they'll make it easier for you, okay? And of course, expanding out. Oh, I could just feel you all going, expanding out. Yay, expanded out your awareness, expanding out your allowance beyond that. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Donna. Welcome, welcome. Just doing a reading for Melinda at the moment, bringing up her cards for what she is requiring, what her spirit team requires her to focus on. We just had some jumpers. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's hit it for this one. Let's do another one. Okay. Okay. This is very much a reading of like everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Okay. So, interesting. What we've got to start off with, Melinda, is we've got the Two of Cups and it's inverted. All right. So as I'm seeing this and asking and looking and like, what have we got going on here? What I'm hearing is there is they're asking you to work on increasing your levels of receiving, please. From not only others, but also from yourself. There's something to do with the balance of male and female, which is why it's a male and masculine and feminine. That's why there's both in this card. And with it being upside down, it's like there's in this particular case, I'm sensing more of a blocking or a resistance to receiving. Okay. So it's little things like even when people give you a compliment because you've done a great job, it's like, oh, it was nothing. That's actually pushing their compliment and their words of acknowledgement away. And it's kind of throwing it back in their face, which isn't great. It's actually like I got taught this many years ago, whereby it was essentially abusive. I was abusing them by not receiving their compliments. And so it's a pretty harsh way to look at it. But it's when you look at the energy of abuse and you look at the energy of, oh, it was nothing. It is very similar, very, very similar. So have a look at how you are with receiving compliments, how you are about receiving acknowledgement about your work, how you are at receiving, even just a nice word about who you are, what you do. I don't know if you've got a garden. I think you do. Just little things like that. Like, really take a good, hard, honest look at what your levels of receiving are at the moment, because that's going to be a really big indicator of the card in the 4 cards time as to how that's going to come through for you. Okay. The next card that we've got that's come up is the King of Pentacles. So as you know, the King of Pentacles, yes, it's about business and earth energy and money. So the king is actually the master of in mastery of the money. Okay. So everywhere that you believe that you are not the mastery of your own money and financial situations, will you destroy and uncreate all of that now, please? And let it all go to the universe. Thank you. Okay. Again, we're just going to tie in that group reading. Everywhere in a past lifetime where you have made the decision and created the belief system that you are not a master with money, with business, or with finances, will you now destroy and create all of that times a godzillion? Return it all to centers with consciousness attached and release it all up to the universe. Righty-ho. Anything else on this card? Nope. Okay, so the next card, which is really interesting because we've actually got these 2 cards next to each other. Just as it sort of made me go, huh? And then I was like, because when I looked at the first card, I was like, that makes more sense. Okay, so again, we've got the 6. 6 of Wands, not again, but this time we have the 6 of Wands being reversed, okay? But if we put it up this way, what you can see in the background is that there is people there and they're celebrating the the rider on their horse. They've obviously come home with, big accolades. They've been very successful in whatever they've been doing. And, it's all looking very good and happy and but your card came out this way. So again, all of the successes and all of the acknowledgement that you're not overly comfortable with receiving right now, thanks to whatever belief systems you've got going on that may have come through from childhood, that whole tall poppy syndrome, don't get too big for your boots now. Who does she think she is? All that sort of BS. Will you now destroy and uncreate it and return it all to centers with consciousness attached? Thank you. Because here's the thing. All those people that said those things to you, that have helped to cement in your brain, your body, and your heart that you are not to get too big for your boots, that you cannot be any more than what they think you can be, are working from their own hurt spaces. They are working from their spaces where they are not healed yet. And if you take on their hurt, then you're going to be not going anywhere. And you're going to be staying in the little box that they've decided you should be in. Break out of that box, love. It's time. It's time for you to turn this card up that way. Be the rider on the horse, proudly showing, yes, I did that. And I'm so glad I did. You know what? It was hard work. And this was part of the journey that I went through to get there. But you know what? It was great. The success at the end, the acknowledgement, the outcome was fantastic. So I'm going to actually challenge you, which is interesting because this next card comes under this one. I wondered why that was coming up. You've also got the Five of Wands. Okay. Now this is a really, yeah, I know, right? This card is a really interesting card because some people, depending on the situation, this can be a moment of conflict. It can also be a moment of training. It can be a moment of brothers just being silly and playing games, right? Yes, you will. Jenny, you'll be next. So when I saw this card, I was like, today I'm feeling for Melinda, this is actually more of a challenge. So what I'm going to challenge you to do for the next 7 days is to write a post, because I know that you're not so up with doing Facebook Lives, so that's fine. But write a post every single day on your Facebook talking about something that you've been successful at. And celebrating yourself. Okay. And then when the comments come through, all I require you to do is to say thank you. And maybe with a love heart or something like that. But just receive the compliment and say thank you. That's it. Okay. You might have to lower your barriers to do that. So that's your challenge for the next 7 days. Now, here's your next, almost last card. We've got blue, okay, which is activate your healing power. Now, for you to be able and ready and willing to receive your next upgrades, you have to become way more comfortable with receiving. And this is about the receiving the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. Okay, so whatever your capacities are coming through now and into the future, you have to be able to receive much better. okay, with more ease, more ease. All right, so that is your last little reminder there of what are you to focus on. Okay, let's have a look at your yummy card. And Jenny, did you pop your question in there for me, please? Yeah, just while you're waiting, I'm nearly done with Melinda, and then you can. And Melinda, along with all of that, you got to have some humor, love. Keep the laughter up, keep the smiles up. When you see yourself and find yourself doing those funny little backpedaling things, catch yourself and laugh and go, alrighty, caught that one. Now let's see where we can go with this. All right. I have been practicing myself some new skills. Not new as such, but just ones around practicing not being in judgment, practicing not just not being in judgment, but speaking with kindness, compassion, and unconditional love. So, it's a really interesting shift when you're in the 3D world as such, this physical world, and you're moving into the 5D. For you to move into the 5D with a lot more ease, you have to change your language. You have to change your languaging. Hence the reason why for years and years and years and years, you're so welcome. For years and years, I have said things like, we don't use the words need and want because that means to lack. We don't require any more lack in this world. So we change that up for desire and require and wish. So I'm ready for my next round of language lessons. So speaking with kindness and compassion instead of complaining and judgment and criticism. I'm changing my C words. Right. Oh, that tastes so good. So along with the whole Kuan Yin thing, the color pink is in my world. Jumper, hello. And also I am currently drinking Puka Womankind, which has cranberry, rose, and exotic vanilla. How yummy is that? Righty-ho. So, Jenny, just to generally say anything bad on the way as I feel scared. Okay, truth. Jenny, does that actually belong to you? Now, just to talk about the desire word, it's really interesting when you start tapping into and learning more about language and who says what, when, how, and why, and sort of looking at the origins of why the word desire specifically has been given such a bad rep. And it's really interesting because when you go into the feminine goddess side of life, of the spiritual world, desire is absolutely okay. It is perfect. It is the thing that actually helps us get out of bed in the morning. It's the thing that allows us the space to really truly juicify up our world so that we can keep tapped into our intuition and we can keep tapped into the the collective and things like that, because we desire to be of service, right? So there's a requirement, if you like, of being in service through desiring to be there. It's like our heart-centered space is just like, oh yes, but it's also to do with our base chakra and where it's the pure place of creation. So yes, it's okay. I'm not using the P word today. But that's all related for those of you who know me well. So when I hear especially male orientated modalities or religions or anything like that talking about desire being a low vibration word, I'm like, really? Are you going to go there? Because it's when you look back over history, the patriarchy decided that women were far too powerful with all their desire and their intuition and all their potencies and capacities. So we'll make certain things wrong and we'll give them a bad name and we'll make the society hate them and make society say it's like an evil thing. So for me, when somebody says to me, because I've asked myself many times, truth, is desire a low vibration word? And I guess get a big, huge no. So a big, huge no. It's no, it's not a low vibration word. And it's not a low vibration energy for me. Is it for someone else? Sure, it might be. And that's the cool thing about awareness, okay? So that's where desire comes from, all right? It's that drive that keeps you on playing the game, I guess, and choosing to be a part of this life, choosing to be a part of this embodiment, choosing to get out of bed in the morning, choosing to be a contribution and of service, choosing to, have sex or have intimate times or, all those sorts of things. That's desire. So I don't, in relation to your question, Jenny, I would have to reword that a lot because you've used want a couple of times and lack. So so when we say the word want, we actually are in lack. Okay, so yeah. Hey Star, how are you doing, sweet pea? All right, Jenny. So first of all, Jenny, I'll start juggling these cards for you. Yes, and sometimes that wee phrase there of living as if we have it, it's kind of like fake it till you make it. It's actually, I think, was originally taken from a much larger concept that has been chopped down quite a lot. And hi Lisa. So just so that you guys know, both Melinda and Jenny paid for extended readings. So that's why they are having their readings first, okay? If you want to jump the queue or wish to have an extended reading, yeah. So yeah, law of attraction is an amazing thing. However, you have to also expand out and look at the whole concept, not just that tiny little bit, because there is more to it than that. So just be aware of that, okay? And there's a real difference between doing law of attraction and being law of attraction. I'm just going to leave that one there for you. Okie dokie. So if you, as you can see, it's rolling across the bottom of the screen. To grab a extended reading with me tonight, all you have to do is pop through a little wee donation into my PayPal me. It's pinned in the comments. It's in the show notes. See, here it comes now. For an extended reading, donate dollars, ? For an extended reading, pay what you wish to PayPal. PayPal me. PayPal.me/Lorene Hughes WWCG. That's me. And then it will pop through, and then I'll know that you've paid, and then you'll jump the queue. Okay, cool. Alrighty, Jenny. So we've got the lovely new Secret Language of Your Soul cards from Ina Segal for you. So to start off with, we've got this really delicious card, and it says, balance your commitments, promote equilibrium in all things. So with this card here, I know that you're really busy and you have a lot of things going on, and you have to juggle a lot of things between you and your daughter and all that sort of stuff. And there's a lot of like busy energy with you, and like it sort of feels like you're jumping from thing to thing to thing. What I'd like to just challenge you on is, instead of feeling like you've got to literally change hats each time, okay, what if you allowed each of those things to contribute to each other, so they're not compartmentalized? Hi, Starthy. So they're not compartmentalized, okay? And you allow your energy to flow through the things regardless. So this is where expanding out is really, really useful, because then you can actually get an overview of everything, okay? And then you can choose, you can ask your awareness, so truth, what requires my attention right now? Not needs, okay? Don't use the word need, please. Use the word require. What requires my attention right now? Okay. And look at each one and go, okay, and whichever one's lightest, do that first. And that way you can prioritize your day depending on what is going on there. When you have a bit more flexibility to do that, give that a go. All right, so you can actually create some balance, and you're allowing your energy to flow through all of the things all of the time. You don't have to consciously be doing that work. Okay, so I'll give you an example of, because I used to compartmentalize as well, because that's what we've been raised to do, right? You don't take your work home, you don't take your home to work, and blah, blah, blah. And so when I was doing a lot of VA work for other people overseas, when at one point I was working in quite a large team, and when I was doing my disability work, they'd be like, Jesus, where did Lorene go? Because I had literally cut them off energetically as I was focusing on my disability work. So when I was back in, they were like, "Whoa, shit, Lorene's back," you know, and it was really harsh for the team energetically, right? So it's like, right now my depression hasn't flawed. Okay, cool. All right. So your depression is where you're trying to, I'm not going to say trying, you are, no. Have a look at what blocks have you put in place? Okay. Because depression, and more often than not, is about our blocks of what we're not willing to go past. Okay. And then we place these blocks in place, and also having a look at where you require rest, because sometimes depression is about rest as well. All right. So when I actually realized that that was going on, it wasn't until after I'd been let go from the team. And then I went, oh, okay. So I had to review for myself what was going on. And that from that point onwards, I realized that I can absolutely do all of it energetically. And then the physical action of what I've got to do is almost less in some regards because I've been energetically working on it. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. The next card that you've got is Inhale the Scent of Life. The celestial bouquet awaits. So that's the other thing about rest time that what we would call depression can be. It can be a pausing to allow you and your body to rest because there's more delicious stuff coming. Okay. And much like for you, for everybody else, everybody's capacities are expanding and exploding at the moment in all sorts of ways, shapes, and forms. They're not all the same. And so with that, sometimes we require some rest, which might show up in what you would call depression. Or for some people, it might be a cold or a flu or a really massive headache, or sometimes random stuff like smacking your toenail with a lawnmower and your finger with a chunk of metal. It's your body asking for rest more than anything else. Okay, so please try to be aware of where you're taking on other points of views around the word depression and what your body is actually asking for. So start asking your body more questions, like, and even if this isn't landing for you, what I'm saying, that's totally okay. All right. Work on, and we've been through this tool before, of learning and remembering to trust your awareness about your body. What's light for you? Figure that out. And then once you do, it's like truth, body. If you can't do it with just like sitting there, do the sway technique. I know I've taken you through that too. Okay, remember, one way will be your yes and one way will be the other way will be your no. Ask your body. She knows. Okay. The next card that we've got for you, Jenny, is ground yourself. Be in your body. Okay. So I am very aware that you have a lot of time that you're not in your body. You observe your body doing stuff. And I would say ask some questions about the reasoning for doing that. So for what reason do you detach from your body? What are your trigger points for detaching from your body? Right? What would it take for you to be present within your body 100% of the time? And anything that doesn't allow that, please destroy it, uncreate it. Let it go up to universe, please. When we've detached from our bodies a lot, it can feel really scary. It can feel really scary to be within the body for extended periods of time. So just acknowledging that, and also don't make it significant. Okay. We've got uncover the hidden treasures of your hidden heart. A rich bounty awaits. So once you are re-embodied with yourself 100%. Or maybe just more often than not. There's a big gray area there. More of your hidden talents are going to start coming through with a lot more ease. Okay. Now, how they'll show up for you, I don't know. Could be in your dreams. It could be in your meditations. It could be while you're having conversations with people. You might start seeing things a little differently. You might start hearing things a little differently. You might start just feeling things differently. Just however this shows up for you is totally okay. So along with grounding yourself and being more present in your body, your heart is also asking for some attention. Okay, you've blocked up your heart. So it's time for you to focus on that heart area. Maybe do some specific meditations around the heart chakra, and have a look at maybe even some other stuff to do with the meridians. So if you have a look at the heart meridian, you can Google that up. And then with the heart meridian, and then what you do is you follow it along, and you can just like kind of firmly trace the meridian along the lines. And when it feels like it gets a little bit tingly or tense, just pause there for a bit and then wait until that energy moves and dissipates, and then carry on. Okay. So definitely the heart chakra meditation for you. The next one we've got is face your challenges head on. Got itchy nose. Strength is in the struggle. So there was a really neat video. I think I shared it. This was a few weeks ago though. That was Kerwin Ray talking about the difference, like a reframing of frustration and struggle. And I'm pretty sure it was struggle. Basically, or challenge, frustration and challenge, something like that. Basically, they're both ways to show you that you're stretching out, and it's like you're just about to go into and learn something new. And the other one is about frustration was about you're about to have a solution. Okay, so facing your challenges head on means that you're actually really at that precipice of moving through the struggle time, right? And you're about to have your solutions, like so right there. So don't shy away just yet. Expand out. Be kind and gentle to you. Be kind and gentle to your body. Drop out of that judgment. Focus on the heart. And inhale, breathe. Slow down your breath. Do some really nice, slow, deep breathing exercises. If you can, have a look and see about doing a little bit of Wim Hof. That'll really challenge you. Your yummy card is light spirit. So your beautiful spirit, which is a spirit of light, is asking to be here, not separating out. I know. I know you've got a lot on your plate with your beautiful daughter. Wim. Wimhoff. So he is a really interesting dude who has helped a lot of people cure their own ailments and things like that. He does ice diving, like really long extended swims under the ice. And can somebody remind me where he is? Yeah, dance your worries away with your daughter. I love that. What a great suggestion, Julie. It's somewhere really cold anyway. Maybe the Netherlands or something like that. Anyway, he does some really great breath work stuff where it's holding your breath, and it really challenges the body in a way that not a lot of other breath work does, but it also increases your immune system. It increases the good, healthy. It tricks the body into going into bliss mode. But you've got to move through the panic mode first of going, oh my God, I can't hold my breath this long. But you can. It takes a bit of practice sometimes. Most of the time it does. It takes a bit of practice. But if you stick with it, you'll get there. So for you, I get that would be a really potentially quite a beneficial thing to try. All righty. Thank you very, very much, Jenny. I hope that helps. There's a lot of stuff in there to play with. Oh, goodness. All right. Oh, my goodness. At least I now know I am no longer a robot. Okay. But apparently I don't know what traffic lights look like. Just double check to see if anybody else has paid. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So let us. Are you ready, my beautiful ones? Are you ready? So first thing I'm going to say before I play the little thingy, before I play my little promo. Where is my little promo? Oh, there it is. Is the first number that pops into your head between 1 and 88. Please don't put your favorite number in if that's not what has popped into your head first. Okay? There we go. Oh, that's cool. Where is that coming from? Wow. Julie, you're onto it. Well done. 57 for your... Okay, Julie. So, of course, everybody else, yes, even if you've had a reading, it's okay. Put in the first number between 1 and 88, please, including 1 and 88. All right? So whatever number pops into your head, please pop it in the chat now. Christmas for Julie. Cherries on the cake, happy smiles on faces, rosy cheeks from the wine, ice in the drinks, sunny beaches, time spent with family, many decorated trees, a lot of food, silly season over till next year. So, Julie, do you require to bring in a little bit more celebration into your days? A few more moments where you just feel like you're celebrating life? Is that something that is maybe a little bit not so much a feature? Notice how I was very carefully wording that. Because I get that this might be something that you can bring in little ways. Little ways. You don't have to be like having like it's Christmas every day, like with all the food and everything. But along with that, yeah, cool. Along with the full moon coming up next week, or in the next 7 days rather, on, what did I say? Wednesday night, Thursday. And that full moon is about, let me just read it again. Evaluate your results and celebrate your achievements. Accept congratulations, show gratitude for your accomplishments, take time to enjoy the moment, let go of thoughts and ideas not aligned with your goals, take a breath, celebrate, consider what may still require work, and the affirmation of I am successful even when I fail. So again, I'm getting just for you specifically, over the next 7 days, I would like you to bring into your home or do something every single day that is bringing in that energy of celebration. And so that you can bring in that joyousness. Now, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to cost any money. You can even celebrate the little things of like in your journal. You can celebrate by, creating your meal and making it look really special on the plate. When you kind of, I can't remember if you're in a relationship or not, or if you live on your own. But I know for me, when I was living on my own, quite often I would just, put my food on my plate and then go and eat it. And sometimes I wouldn't even go and eat it. I'd just eat it over the kitchen sink because it's just like, oh, there's only me here. Why bother? Right? So try to do little things that make you feel special and like it is a celebration every day for the next 7 days. If you choose to carry it on after that, that's up to you. And just see how you feel at the end of like the 3rd or 4th day and the 5th day and the 6th day and the 7th day. Just see how you feel within yourself. Like, if you've got like a candelabra or something like that, just going out and just lighting a couple of candles for yourself to have a moonlight or a candlelit dinner. If your neighbor's got some beautiful roses or something, and just say, would you mind if I just have one? And then you put that in a little vase where you get to really enjoy it and make your evening special. Do it daily and see how you feel. All right. Melinda. Making things special. Partner might think he's getting lucky. Is that a bad thing? Oh, dear. Oh, Melinda, you love this one. Oh, dear. All right, Melinda. sex. Body's wet, breath hot, eyes glazed, embraces strong, legs entwined, lips together, tongues exploring, minds treasuring, souls connecting. Have you tried any dating sites lately? Because perhaps there's somebody out there waiting for you. And is waiting for you to get all hot and delicious with. It's certainly. Then I'm just seeing also. I'm seeing you actually in a lovely big bubble bath. That's interesting. When was the last time you really pampered yourself? Use your awareness and you can sift through them really quickly. And also, when was the last time you really truly pampered yourself? When was the last time that you actually really did allow yourself that space? Like, have you got somebody? I know that's a weird thing to ask because I feel weird about it. Of saying, if they've got a lovely big bath, going, would you mind if I just came to your place and had a bubble bath? That would be so good. I bet you your bath isn't as small as mine. Oh dear, I get it though. I get it. And I wonder what else is possible. What other solutions could you have that you haven't thought of yet for a nice deep bubble bath? Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing you being super, super pampered, where you do just feel so lovely and soft and squishy and yum and all of that sort of stuff. Oh, yes, do that over Easter. That sounds great. Yes. If they've got a lovely deep bath, and nobody else is going to be in the house, go for it. I say, go for it. All right. So that was that one. Anybody else wish to have a little looky look? Play a number? Is there anybody else out there? Is anybody out there? Just pausing. You can have bubbles and they can pile up and over the edge and like they go up like this. So the bath is down here, but your bubbles can be up here. Do you remember the video I did on Lorene's bits and pieces around bubble baths? You might have to have a look at that cheesy little piece of goodness. If you don't remember it, message me and I'll dig it up for you so you can have a look at that one. You're welcome, Julie. All right. So for you beautiful people who are still here and those who will watch in the future, maybe, who knows? Very cheesy, right? Very cheesy little video. But the tip in there is still incredibly valid. So use it. Oh, dear. All right, let's take that banner off. Okay. Let's do a little meditation, okay? Let's do a little bit of healing and a little bit of meditation and just bringing in those lovely energies Let's see. Let's bring in the throat, considering that was what was related to in the group reading right at the beginning. So let's play with that. All right, so everybody close your eyes now and take a lovely big deep breath if you can. Pop your feet on the ground. It's not absolutely necessary. It just helps with the direction of the energy. So take a big deep breath in. And breathing out. And now breathing in your nose. And breathing out your nose. And this time when you breathe in, I would like you to bring Mother Earth energy all the way up your body through to the crown. So breathing in. And when you breathe out, just bringing Father Sky energy all the way down from your crown, all the way down through your body, through to your feet and into Mother Earth. Breathing up Mother Earth energy. And of course, that's unconditional love is moving all the way up through your body as well. And as you breathe out, breathing Father Sky and gratitude for everything and everyone. All the way down and through your body. Breathing up Mother Earth once again. And the unconditional love. And breathing out Father Sky. And gratitude for everything and everyone. Now expanding out your awareness beyond the planet. Beyond the solar system. Beyond the galaxies. Beyond the universes. And if you wish to go further, feel free. And if you're yawning a lot, that's excellent news, because you'll be releasing a lot of those energies that are no longer serving you, that are no longer relevant to you. Other people's energies is all leaving your body right now. Wherever you've been aware of other people's stuff and you've allowed it to be little Klingons on your body, that's all releasing now. Now grab your sense of allowance and expand it out. Expand it out beyond the country, the planet, solar system, the galaxies, and the universes. And now beyond your awareness. Beautiful. Well done. And now I'd like to invite you to focus on your beautiful feminine energy, because I get where all the ladies are here right now. And now allow that gorgeous feminine energy of yours to move out from your reproductive organs, moving down gently, nourishing and nurturing all of your cells and molecules all the way down to your toes. And then moving them all the way up through your body, through your belly, and your solar plexus, and your heart, and your throat, all the way up through to the crown. And moving that gorgeous feminine energy all the way out through your shoulders and down your arms to your fingertips. And now expanding that out beyond the planet. Expanding out your beautiful, sparkly, gorgeous, delicious, feminine energy, your potent, creative energy out beyond the planet, out beyond the solar system, out beyond the galaxies and the universes, out beyond your awareness and out beyond your allowance. Take a nice, big, deep breath in and feel how different your body feels right now. And slowly breathing out. Again, feeling how different your body feels. Really sensing every cell and molecule and how they move with each other. The individual parts, and yet they're all together at the same time. Beautiful, well done. So now I'd like you to focus on your throat chakra. Seeing that beautiful blue light swirling around your throat area. What does your chakra look like right now? Is it open or is it closed? Whatever it is, I'd like you to now imagine moving your hands up to your throat area. You can actually do this physically if you like. Make this an active meditation. So coming up to your throat area, very, very gently, massaging that throat chakra, just very gently. Perceive the unconditional love flowing through your body that has been flowing ever since we brought it up through Mother Earth. And as your fingers gently massage the throat chakra, it's healing the throat chakra area and the throat chakra with the unconditional love which is currently flowing out of your fingertips. It's regenerating any petals. If you feel more comfortable, you can just lay your hands so that they're close to your throat, so you can still feel the warmth of your hands without touching your body, if that's easier for you to imagine and work with. Now imagine that beautiful throat chakra is now opening up. It's responding to the warmth of your fingertips, the love, unconditional love flowing through them. Feel how much easier it is to breathe with that throat chakra being nice and open. If you perceive any little bumps, bruises, any little bits, chunks out of it, scratches, tears in the petals of your chakra, please heal them now. And anything that doesn't allow you to do that, will you please destroy and uncreate it and let it go to the universe to be cleansed and cleared, never to return to you again. Beautiful. Keep breathing nice and deeply. You might find that you wish to tone right now. As you breathe deeply, you might feel the requirement of your body to just go, oh. If that's what your body requires to do, then please do that. In whatever tone works for you. Beautiful. And now allowing your fingers to move away. Allow the chakra to shine. And anywhere, any spaces and places, lifetimes, dimensions, realities and non-realities, where you have taken on any belief systems that you are not allowed to speak your truth, that you are not able or allowed to speak your magic, where you are not allowed or able as a woman or a man to speak your mind, your heart, your true awarenesses. Please destroy and uncreate all of that times a godzillion now, and let it all go to the universe with consciousness attached. Thank you. Finally, let's just bring up that gorgeous Mother Earth energy, that beautiful opalescent white light, bringing that all the way up from your toes, through your feet, through your ankles, all the way up through the body, just cleansing, clearing and nourishing your body all the way up. All those little sparkly colors of being an opalescent light coming up through your thighs, through your pelvis, through your belly, all the way up through your spine, through your chest and your heart, up through the throat, down your arms to your fingertips, up through your face, through the mind, through the brain, the subconscious and conscious mind, and all the way out through your ears and through the crown. And just observe yourself being a big, sparkly, beautiful, rainbow-filled, opalescent, white light being of unconditional love. And now stretch out that beautiful, bright white light until you can perceive the others on this call, on this Zoom, not even a Zoom, on this podcast. That feels so lovely. And now just perceive as our beautiful, beautiful energy bubbles are interacting with each other and they're contributing to each other, receiving and giving in total synchronicity. Because we are all one. We are all part of the collective. We give and receive whether we cognitively realize it or not. All right, take another big deep breath in and out. Of course, breathing in brings Mother Earth energy up the body. Breathing out, bring this Father Sky down. Just keeping that masculine and feminine energies nicely balanced, bringing up Mother Earth. And breathing out, bring your Father Sky down. Beautiful. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you, everybody, for coming to join us. I really do love these Find You Fridays. It's one of my favorite parts of the week, I have to say. And I did miss it last week, but I also knew it was just not possible for me to do it and show up properly for you all. And as it turned out, I was absolutely 100% correct. Oh dear. Hopefully I haven't put you all to sleep, because that sometimes happens too. Oh dear. Alrighty, my lovelies. So in things that are coming up soon, I have got on Tasty Tuesdays, I've got Kerry Ann from Mindfulness with Kerry on next week. She has been knocking it out of the park with her distance Reiki sessions and card readings and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to have her on the show. Please come and play and support her. She's very shy about being on camera, so I'm really excited that she has chosen to come onto the podcast. And I did have a good time on Wallaroo, Julie. Thank you for asking. And thank you, Melinda. Thank you. See, receiving. And for those of you who maybe haven't caught the news yet, myself and Tanya Benlow and Susan Lister and Joe Bazina and Leanne Forrester have all combined to create Women Empowering Women on Tour. And our very first event is going to be up in Wallaroo, hence the reason why I was there last weekend. We have secured the venue for the Saturday of this 2-day event. The venue will be the Boat Shed. So for the Saturday part, which is a group event, and it's going to be just so epic. It is an action-packed. There's just so much in there. Like, there's 5 different workshops, well, actually more than 5 different workshops, actually, when I think about it. There's just so many things going on. It is just an absolutely amazing day for those of you who choose to attend. It's going to be $250. You heard it here first. Tickets are on sale tomorrow, so this is kind of like a little bit of a heads up for you early birds, or the people who choose to show up in here. And that is the $250 is for the Saturday event. And then the healers are going to be, so that's myself and Leanne and Joe and Susan are all going to be offering healing sessions, playing to our strengths. And those are very limited, obviously, because there's only so many hours in the day. And those will be offered on the Sunday for people to book privately with. That will come at, extra cost. So it's sure to be an absolutely epic event, and I am so excited. The people of Wallaroo that are up there are just so excited as well. They're really getting behind it, and they're just so, it's really cool. It's such great energy. So yeah, that's what's coming up. That's on the 29th and the 30th of April. So happy days. That's really exciting. And then, of course, I'll be back here on Friday for Find You Fridays. How does it get any better? Anyway, my loves, get out there, do something tasty for yourself. I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal week. Please remember to take note of the full moon and do your acknowledgements. Acknowledge your successes for, the last month of time. Acknowledge those moments where you learned something. That's why it is a success, even if you fail, right? Because you've learned something. It will have activated something within you to look at, to heal, to grow, to shift, to change, which makes it a success on your consciousness journey. All right. Until I see you next time, please be bold, be brave, be you. Go get out there, do something tasty for yourself. I don't really care what it is. Just do something yummy for you. And until next time, be amazing. Be sparkly. Just focus on that throat area. For those of you who require the heart area, do that. Be yummy. Bye-bye.